Hey guys, I'm Nisa Homey. Today I'm sharing an eggless ragi brownie recipe. This healthy brownie is gluten-free, meaning no wheat flour or maida is used. No refined sugar or dairy. Super healthy brownie made with ragi flour, also known as finger millet. This ragi brownie can be enjoyed by the whole family. So let's get started with the recipe. To make healthy ragi brownies, into a small kadai, I am adding in 3/4 cup sprouted ragi flour. Ragi is also known as finger millet. It's a highly nutritious millet and is completely gluten-free. And I'm lightly roasting the ragi flour on low flame. Ragi is a whole grain and it is completely gluten-free. It is rich in fiber, and the high fiber helps to keep you feel fuller for a longer time, and thus it's ideal to include in your weight loss journey. Ragi is packed with calcium, good carbs, amino acids and vitamin D. Ragi has a good amount of iron, thus ideal for those with iron deficiency anemia. And once ragi is sprouted, the vitamin C level tend to increase and leads to easy absorption of iron into bloodstream. It is also one of the very few natural sources of vitamin D. Once lightly roasted, transfer to a plate and allow it to cool down completely. While the ragi is cooling down, let's get the other ingredients ready. Into a bowl, I have already sliced in 2 ripe bananas, and with a fork I'm mashing the bananas. Okay, now I have mashed the bananas, and now into this I'm going to add in the rest of the ingredients. Into this I'm adding in 1/4 cup organic jaggery. The jaggery I am using is organic and does not contain any sand or dirt or dust particles. Hence, I am adding it directly into the banana. Instead of jaggery powder, you can use coconut sugar, palm sugar, or even maple syrup. Next, I am adding in 3 tablespoons wood pressed coconut oil. Wood pressed oils has a neutral flavor and taste. Hence, wood pressed coconut oil is ideal for baking. However, if you don't prefer wood pressed coconut oil, you can use grass-fed cow's melted butter. 1 teaspoon vanilla extract, a fat pinch of pink Himalayan salt, and in 1/4 cup vegan curd. Today I'm using cashew curd. I have already shared 4 different vegan curd recipes. Please do check it out. Now, if you don't have any issues with dairy, you can use dairy milk curd instead. And now I'm giving this all a good mix. As you mix, you can lightly mash the bananas as well. Since ripe bananas are sweet, you just need 1/4 cup jaggery powder. However, if you feel you need more sweetness, you can add in a couple of tablespoons of extra jaggery powder. Adjust jaggery powder to suit your sweetness. And once nicely mixed, let's add in the dry ingredients. Into a sieve, I'm adding in 1/2 cup raw cacao powder. If you don't have raw cacao powder at hand, you can use unsweetened cocoa powder instead. There are some lumps in the raw cacao powder, hence I'm sieving it. Next, I'm adding in the roasted and cooled sprouted ragi flour. And now with a spatula, I'm mixing the dry ingredients into the wet ingredients. If the batter is slightly thick, you can thin it out by adding a couple of tablespoons of vegan curd and mix it really well. And last but not the least, I'm adding in 1/2 teaspoon baking powder. You can add the baking powder along with the ragi flour. I actually forgot to add it along with the ragi flour. And now I'm giving it a good mix, and I'm making sure that the baking powder is well mixed into the batter. So I'm just folding the batter and making sure that the baking powder is well mixed. I'm using a rectangle baking pan to bake the brownie, and into the baking pan I'm adding in a splash of wood pressed coconut oil, and I'm greasing the wood pressed coconut oil using a paper napkin. Make sure you grease the sides and all the corners of the baking pan. And I'm placing a parchment paper onto the baking pan. And I'm making sure that I'm leaving some parchment paper on both sides, as it will help to pull out the brownies easily once the brownies are baked. Transferring the brownie batter onto the cake pan. And then level the top with the spatula. I have finely chopped 70 grams of dark chocolate, and I'm adding the dark chocolate into the batter. Instead of roughly chopped dark chocolate, you can use dark chocolate chips instead. And with the spatula, I'm lightly mixing so that the dark chocolate gets into the batter. And lastly, I'm sprinkling in about a tablespoon of chopped cashew nuts. Instead of cashew nuts, you can use any nut of your choice, like maybe chopped walnuts or almonds, any nut of your choice. And now I'm going to bake in my preheated oven at 180 degrees Celsius for about 18 to 20 minutes or until done. Note that oven temperature varies with oven, so please keep an eye on it after about 15 minutes. And after 20 minutes, the eggless ragi brownie is nicely baked. So I'm going to allow it to cool down completely, and then I'll slice and show you how it looks. And once it has cooled down, remove it from the pan and slice and enjoy. Let me just show you how the brownie looks once it has been sliced. You can see that the brownie has baked really well and the dark chocolate has melted, giving it a double chocolate flavor. Super healthy gluten-free brownie can be enjoyed by the whole family. So guys, do try this healthy brownie recipe and let me know how it turned out. Thank you for watching, and until next time, take care. Bye-bye.